Hey folks, welcome to Tucker's video recipe cook. Sorry, a bit late, slow off the bat this week. Tonight, a very simple, delicious, thick cut, reverse seared sirloin. Number one, hydration. So important. Nice, crisp, refreshing soda, especially when you're working sort of in the heat of the kitchen. It's quite important. So that's rule number one. Second is the sirloin. The first process, very simple. I've just had it in the fridge for about a good hour before starting, and then just pat it dry with a towel. And so all I want to do is just gently, without cutting into the meat too much, just like you do with the pork belly, get some crackling. I'm just gonna give it a light little score like that, and then salt and pepper. So we're gonna try and season this up. This is not so good, this thing. A bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So the plan is you're going to just bang it in the oven like this for about maybe 20 minutes. The oven's preheated there just on about 100 or 85 fan, probably about 100 degrees. And we're just going to check it after about 20 minutes. And the idea is pull it out, rest it for another 20 minutes. So it's that time to relax, and then just finish quickly in a hot pan with a bit of oil and butter. Right, here we go. So 20 minutes on the timer. In she goes, just on the rack. Done. Right, folks, been in for about 20 minutes. So we're just gonna pull it out. And the idea is now we're gonna rest it for about 20 minutes. So as you can see there, it still looks sort of pretty raw. But you know, we just wanted to bring the middle just up to a nice sort of temp where we can just reverse sear it and finish it off. So what I'm gonna do now is I prefer to leave it on you can leave it on a rack. Just helps it to, when it's resting, helps the blood to drain out. Just gonna loosely cover that with a bit of foil. Up in there, that's done. We're gonna leave that for 20 minutes, gonna have a nice rest and relax, and then we're gonna bang it with some hot stuff at the end. All right, so steak has had a good rest for 20 minutes. It sort of feels and looks quite raw. What we won't do is that fat side down. We really want to caramelize that fat side first. So don't want it too hot that it's going to burn, but we want to get it cranking, so we'll just turn it up a little bit. It's going to probably have maybe a minute and a half, minute and a half, or just keep checking it, because we don't want it to burn, but we want it to get nice and brown. This is a process called the Maillard reaction, or the Maillard in French. And it's basically when the amino acids and the reducing sugars combine, and it gives it that browning effect. So this is before the caramelization. And then I'll do a minute probably on each side and get it off. Alright guys, this is that a few minutes. I've just been keeping an eye on it, so obviously it's got that nice browning there. And you just see that sort of fat side, which we did first. Nice and brown, but not sort of too burnt. So I'm just going to turn the heat off now. Always still very hot. And just a little final je ne sais quoi, just a little butter, and we're just going to spoon it all over. We're trying to get that nice, rich, nutty flavour to finish it off. Look at this spoon in. I basically turn the heat off. As you see, there's still quite a lot of residual heat in the pan. And you see we've got that nice sort of brown in there all over, which is what we want without burning it. And you just see that butter is just a little burnt out there. At this stage you could chuck a little sage leaf in and add a little bit of flavour. I'm just going to leave it plain like this. And then off she comes. There you go, it's got a nice browning all over. There. The foil, just loose. Because we rested it for a good 20 minutes earlier, it's had a good rest. This is literally just for a minute while we get the chopping board ready and then ready to slice. Right folks, so just time to rehydrate. This is literally just had a minute, because like I say, that good resting period earlier. So here we go, always the nervous time. So as you always, try and come back a bit, flatten the knife off, and get a nice little face on there. Oh, that looks pretty juicy. And you see we've managed to sort of avoid that grey line that you sometimes get around there on if you cook it on a high heat quite quickly, and sometimes find the outside to be burnt and the inside is sort of, you know, cooked but not really well, and you get that grey line on there. See, we've avoided that, which is what we wanted. I think that is pretty good there. I'm pretty happy with that. Always a little nervous time. What I'm gonna do is proof is in the pudding, as they say. That is fantastic. This is one of my favourite new ways of cooking steak. Oh, that browning, that nutty flavour you get from the marinade reaction and that little bit of butter to finish off. Oh, that is superb. I am happy with that. That is great. And look, that was so simple. Just 20 minutes in the oven and then rest it for 20 minutes, and then in a pan, you know, get it quite hot, and then just keep it on. It literally takes 3-4 minutes. You just check the fat, make sure nice and brown, adjust the temperature if you need to, and then brown each side, and a bit of butter to finish. But that is, inside is so soft and tender. Look at that beautiful crispy crust on the outside. You see, it's got almost like a sort of like a hazelnut flavour on it, you know, with that butter. It was just burnt towards the end, which you wanted, and just spoon all over it. That is good. Excuse me. So really simple and a really effective way to do it, and particularly if you're cooking 3-4 steaks, really simple. Bang them in the oven, rest, pan, and then just a minute at the end to rest. Reverse seared sirloin steak. Simple, delicious, simple-licious. Still a bit of time to order a pack. As you've probably seen in the news and articles, there is a lot of talk about, you know, meat prices rising, which they have considerably now, same as a lot of stuff in the world. But we will do our best to continue bringing you the best value at the best price, and we do really appreciate all your support. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy cooking. Have a great weekend. Bye.